All right. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Upper 9T podcast with Tori, Taylor, and Taylor. Happy holidays. First of all, we'd like to thank all of you for your support. We had over 500 listeners, which we are so excited about. We're so excited to keep sharing our days. And I think this is the longest we've been apart, the three of us, since around August. So I would like to hear what's up with you guys. What's going on?
Well, right now I'm in Portland. This is where I'm spending my Christmas and New Year's and holidays. Yeah, that's really about it. Just on the west side.
Yeah, I'm probably not that far from you though right now, Tori. I'm in Ashburn. Yeah, I'm just chilling. I bought my Christmas gifts today for the fam. I'm getting excited for Christmas. But yeah, this is the longest we've been apart. I miss you guys. But yeah, we have
Tori?
this.
I'm in Haymarket again, not too far away from Taylor. It's good to be home. Unfortunately, my puppy was not here when we came back, which is a little hard to come home to. But other than that, everything's good. So Taylor, I believe, Price, has our quote of the week.
Yes. Well, actually, Taylor Bryan's gonna start because she remembers her tattoo and she wants to share it
Oh,
with you.
yeah.
I'm here to redeem myself. I remember my tattoo. Quote from Maya Angelou, who's a poet. My tattoo is, I can be changed by what happens to me, but I refuse to be reduced by it. And I got it on my left side by my ACL tear. And yeah, I mean, the quote kind of speaks for itself. Like, I can be changed by whatever occurs, but like, I won't let it shrink me down. I won't let it reduce me to my potential of who I am.
That's awesome. Love it.
Yeah.
Well, we're doing it in the beginning this time because we have a lot to talk about today and we just wanted to start off with some positivity. So I'm actually reading a book right now. It's called Get Out of Your Head by Jenny Allen, and I've actually been really liking it. And so I'm just going to read a quote from the book. It says, "Doubt steals hope, and with no hope, everything that matters doesn't feel as important anymore." So if you have doubt in the hope of that things will be okay, or that you're going to achieve something, then those things will start to crumble. And if you just have hope and have faith in things, then it'll look up from there. So no matter what, try to take all the doubt out of your hope and just replace it with positivity. And then yeah, so that was my quote for this morning.
Nice. I love that.
Yeah. All right, so the next one we're gonna get into, so since we do food reviews, and last week we did Chipotle orders, but since again we're not in Blacksburg, we thought we'd add a little holiday fun to this, and I named it Starbucks. So we're going to talk about our favorite holiday Starbucks drinks right now because honestly, holiday Starbucks drinks are the best in my opinion. So how about Tori, you start? Tell us your favorite holiday drink at Starbucks.
So my favorite holiday drink is I think it's sugar
Cookie.
something.
Sugar cookie.
Yes.
Sugar crumble something.
However, I take one of the sugar cookie little pumps off and I add in a peppermint because I like peppermint. And that's my favorite.
Nice.
Taylor Bryan?
Well, same with the sugar cookie drink. I leave the pump in, but I don't like the red and green like Christmas
The
decoration
sprinkles.
balls. The sprinkles.
They don't taste like sprinkles. Exactly. I've been saying
It doesn't taste good. And then I'm drinking it and it's like it gets stuck in the back of my teeth like I'm chewing it and I don't know what I'm eating. But I still like the drink nonetheless. I can't complain.
Yeah.
Taylor.
No, sure. So I'm not normally a hot coffee girl, but like I think being in Blacksburg, since it was so cold there, I started to have to drink hot coffee. So when we first went in Blacksburg, I got the peppermint mocha. It was really good. And I actually really like that one. So that's probably my favorite.
Okay.
I would like that.
Yeah.
Starbucks. There we go. Okay. Since we're on the holiday topic, I feel like we could just go over some unpopular opinions. Why not? Just my perspective on the holidays. Personally, I feel like Christmas isn't Christmas without eggnog. Like there's no Christmas without it. It's like it's the seasonal drink. It's like the Starbucks drink, but just at home.
I'm gonna upset you. Never had eggnog.
No, same. I'm gonna upset you too.
Oh, okay. Wait. That's not upsetting. I thought y'all were gonna say y'all hated it. Okay.
No.
I say for sure give it a try though. Like it's like sweet milk, but it's like a thicker. It just gives Christmas. That's all I
We'll
can
try
say.
it before next week.
Okay.
Yeah, no,
okay.
yeah.
Yes. No. Next episode, eggnog review.
That sounds good to me.
Okay.
Perfect.
Any other unpopular opinions that we feel about Christmas?
I have a big one. I don't like mashed potatoes at all.
I could
When I was a
retweet on
kid,
that.
I would have to finish like my plate. I would pour like a ton of honey mustard on top of it to finish it because that would just take away the taste of it. Yeah.
Wait.
Whoa. Hold up.
It just got super unpopular.
Did
Wait,
she just say honey
no,
mustard
like,
on her mashed potatoes?
It got me through it.
Tori.
I'm expecting gravy. I'm like, she's saying honey.
She's
She
saying
means
honey
gravy.
mustard.
She means gravy on her mashed potato.
That's
Honey
got to be a hot
mustard.
take. I mean, I don't think anybody's done that.
Ooh, wow. That's interesting. I say comment under this video if anybody puts honey mustard on their mashed potatoes.
Yeah.
Please tell Tori she's not alone because I believe she is.
That is actually wild to me.
Hey, don't hate it till you try it.
Yeah, I'm not gonna knock it. Don't knock eggnog, so I won't knock your honey mustard and mash thing.
Yeah, I guess I will knock it, but I mean, I'm a big mashed potatoes girl, so I feel like it's just like disrespectful to put honey mustard on mashed potatoes.
And that's the hot take.
That's the hot take. That's the hot take for real. But okay, I actually do have one. A hot take. I don't really like Christmas music. Like, I think it depends on the Christmas albums. Like, it depends on the songs. Like, the classic ones are good, but in my opinion, like the Justin Bieber one, I don't know. I don't feel.
You're not talking about mistletoe.
Have you heard of Chris Brown?
That one's fine, but
Chris Brown?
some of the ones I like, the classic ones, I feel like they're fine, but some of them are overplayed, and some of them are also not. I don't know. It's a hot take. I'm just saying I'm not the
I
biggest.
feel like you have a specific song that you just got beef with.
Yes, I do, but I can't think about it. It was because when we were in the car when we were at school, I was in the car with Courtney Anderson on our team, the other freshman. She's obsessed with Christmas and Christmas music, and she was playing the Justin Bieber Christmas album, and this song was played on repeat, and I just got so like annoyed all of a sudden about it. It was a Justin Bieber song. I don't know what it was.
Well, here's the thing. Was she playing it before Thanksgiving?
No, it was after we got back from break.
Okay, because they know me.
Yes, tell everybody about that, Tori.
Yeah, so I can't do Christmas after or before Thanksgiving. I have to have Thanksgiving and then Christmas. And just like Courtney, my roommate Avery loves Christmas, always wants to do Christmas things before that, like it's begun. Which I was actually way more accepting of this year, and I'm glad that I did. I got into the Christmas spirit probably more so this year, so maybe that's changing.
Yeah,
but prior to this year, Christmas before Thanksgiving is a no in my book.
Okay. No, that's a very good. I don't think that's an unpopular opinion, honestly.
No,
okay.
But like
That's a popular opinion.
I feel like it's really like Thanksgiving just gets disregarded because everyone's just looking forward to like Christmas starting. Because once it gets cold out, the second it gets cold out, I feel people are starting because there was holiday drinks for Christmas out before even Thanksgiving started. So every
other holiday gets their time. Halloween, I have no worries.
That's what I'm saying.
That's
but
true.
Christmas is just probably like the best holiday in the majority of America's opinion.
I feel like also with Thanksgiving, like just with our Thanksgiving break, like we go home for 5 days, then we gotta go back to school, take finals after we thought we just kind of took a break from education, you know? So I could make sense.
Yeah, no, honestly, coming home for a Thanksgiving break was weird because it was just 5 days and I knew I had to go back to school and I was like, oh, and then I got to come back again. Yeah, that was rough for real.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So what's our main topic? I'm excited about this one this week. We're going to talk about the World Cup. I hope people listening, even if you are a soccer fan or not, I feel like everybody this year was very into the World Cup. People that normally say they don't like soccer or normally don't watch soccer, I mean, I don't blame them because this was fun to watch. This World Cup was awesome.
Mhm.
And I think every single game was honestly great. And obviously, no better ending than Messi winning, in my opinion. I love him. I was so excited for him. So where should we start about the recap?
Should we start about like who we thought was gonna win it? Like
Yes,
from the
yeah.
jump? Like who did you originally think? Who did y'all originally think was gonna just take it? I thought Brazil. I honestly had so much faith in Brazil.
Well, for me, like, I'm not gonna lie, I don't really watch men's soccer that much. The only soccer I really watch is like women's soccer.
Mhm.
But I mean, I knew of the teams and like who was on it. And then, so in my opinion, I think I wanted Argentina to win from the start because I wanted Messi to win. But I thought that because didn't England win the Euros?
I believe so.
Yeah, and everyone says the Euros is like bigger than the World Cup at some point. So I was really thinking that they were going to go for a run, England. And I also thought, yes, Brazil and Argentina. Those are like my 3 top teams, in my opinion.
Okay.
I'm a Ronaldo fan, so I wanted Portugal. I know, probably another hot take. But I was very happy to see Messi win, and that game was just awesome to watch.
Yeah,
like in general,
Yeah.
for anybody.
Who did any teams surprise you, or any players surprise you?
First of all, Saudi Arabia beating Argentina was crazy.
Yes.
Did you see that the coach apparently got all the players Rolls Royces?
Yes, I heard about that.
I didn't hear about that.
Every single player got a Rolls Royce.
Yeah.
From beating Argentina.
No, wait, no, not Argentina. Who did they beat?
Saudi Arabia. They beat Argentina.
They beat Argentina. That was who it was?
Yeah, that was the big upset.
Oh, was that the first game?
Yeah, that was the very first game.
Oh, in the groups, you mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
that's crazy.
That was crazy. I think that was a really big upset.
I feel like
honestly, our team surprised me a little bit. That was exciting.
That was exciting.
Yeah.
I
wish they would have went further.
Yes, I wish they went further too. I was kind of rooting for them, but also, what I was saying, I kind of want to say this again. So, what I noticed watching the World Cup is that all these other countries that were participating in it, since soccer is like their main sport, it was heart and soul for them, their team being in their country, being in the World Cup. For us, I kind of think we were just like, okay, like it's awesome that the men made it, but I feel like our country isn't as passionate about soccer because technically football is like our main sport in our country. So yeah, I mean, that was something weird that I thought about because like when Argentina won the World Cup, they couldn't even, the highways or whatever where they were like landing in the city was just covered and flooded with people. So they didn't even know if they were going to get any of the players through, which is just crazy to me.
I saw that video. They actually had to go in through a helicopter.
Yeah, like that's crazy. I feel like if the US won, we'd be like, it's all right, it's cool.
Yeah.
But our women's team has won the World Cup before, so that was awesome.
A couple times.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm trying to think. Do y'all have any like best goals that y'all saw in this World Cup so far? I think I have.
Mbappe's goal in the championship game was insane.
Which one?
The half volley.
Yeah,
that was crazy.
Yeah, that's actually what I was gonna say.
The half volley into the lower 90 to tie the game up in the World Cup. That's got to be it for me.
Yeah, that was crazy. I think it was one of the early goals for me. I was really rooting for Brazil. Like I love Mbappe, but like Brazil was my first team. So it was, I don't even know his name, but he scored that crazy scissor bicycle kick.
Oh, I saw that.
That was like the best goal of the World Cup so far.
That for sure was.
That was crazy. I think that was crazy.
There was some really good. Oh, also the Argentina team goal that they had. They're like, I think it was their second goal when that passing combination, that was crazy.
It was like give and go. Finally.
Yeah, like, I wouldn't say that was the best like person score, but it was just like beautiful soccer from start to finish. The way that they built up that goal, that was awesome. That's what I'm saying. That game was crazy.
I feel like even specifically with that game, like they were already up. Like, so I was asleep. So being in Portland, like I had to get up at like 6:50. I'm saying like a lot. 7 o'clock. The game started at 7 here. So 10 o'clock y'all's time. So 7 a.m. So I set my alarm for 7. I wake up, it's 7:50. So I immediately open my laptop. I look, 2-0, Argentina's up. And I'm like, wow. And there's an entire half. But like being up that early and having to keep that lead for the next 45. And it's like, France, they don't let up. Like they're finishers. So it's just like.
Everybody says like 2-0 is like the most dangerous lead in soccer.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Which I would always say, oh, it's 1-0, but no, 2-0, because I feel you're sitting there and you're comfortable and you think the game's over, you think the work is done, and then the team can just come from behind and take that away from you.
It's only one goal. That's the thing.
Yeah. Well, the thing about soccer too is like it's all in the momentum. If your team has the momentum, something's going to happen. You're going to get the chance. You're going to get the opportunity. And I don't know if people really understand that, because it probably gets boring to people who don't watch soccer to watch, 45 whole minutes, another 45 whole minutes of just straight playing. But when the momentum's there, that's the exciting times. And that's when like the stuff happens.
Oh yeah. We've had games in our season with the momentum was a big changer.
Yeah.
Oh, for sure.
UVA and UNC, we had momentum that got us back in the game.
Mm-hmm.
But I thought France had the momentum going into extra time, so I was kind of freaking out. I was like,
the goalkeeper literally made the biggest save of his career.
Yes,
Argentina's goalkeeper.
Oh my gosh.
Yes.
1v1, guy was about a half volley it, and he like literally elongated his body to save that.
Mbappe, I'm not gonna lie, I was hating on him in the beginning because I know. I was just a little bit
so young.
I was just hating on him a little bit just because I thought like he wasn't. I didn't think he was as good as he was. I thought he was overhyped, right?
Okay.
But I got shut down. He humbled me. He brought me back to reality in that game against Argentina. And I honestly had more hate for him during the game, because he was starting to take away Messi's dreams of winning the World Cup. So I was getting more angry. And I was like, why is he actually good? But no, I give a lot of credit to him. He's an amazing player. That game was crazy. He honestly carried France on his back and did all he could that game. So
for anyone who also doesn't know Mbappe, he literally just turned 24 yesterday. And he scored either 9 or 10 goals in 2 World Cup appearances, and Messi scored 12 in multiple appearances. So if that doesn't say like a lot of
in a hat trick
that he's going to get.
Yeah. And making your PK after that.
Twice. He scored his own. Yeah, literally.
Yeah.
I was about to repeat what you said.
He made 2 PKs in the game, and then he made the PK.
He was one of the 2 players on France that made their PK in the PK shootout.
Yeah, I honestly knew the second that they went to PK shootouts that it was fast.
Yeah.
Argentina, they do those. They're so technical. They do that.
Exactly. Oh, yeah. I knew it from the beginning. I was like, oh, if Argentina gets in PKs with France, like they're taking home the championship.
I mean, you could just watch the game. Like they were just so much technically sound, and France just has a lot of athletes and big balls, and they're tall, so they're gonna like win headers in the box and things of that sort.
France, their speed, oh my gosh, their players so fast. That was like a kind of matchup like when you play against I feel like we have those in the ACC, because I mean our team's technical, but we're also just a really athletic, like hard fought team. So I feel like when we play the ACC teams that are really technical, it's just dogfight that way. And that's kind of how I saw France and Argentina, because Argentina was so technical, and then France is also technical, obviously, because they're a pro team, but they were also like way more athletic and like, you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I have a question for the Portugal fan, Tori.
Yeah.
How did you feel about Ronaldo getting benched?
I
don't know the tea on that completely, because I wasn't really following them that much. But all I know is that some dude scored like 3 goals while he was on the bench, and then the next game they didn't start him.
Yeah, so I was sad not to see him on the pitch. Obviously, would love to see that guy out there. Love looking at him. He's awesome. Scores a lot of goals. But I think he also kind of knew just from his like, what's the word? How he composed himself. He seemed like he was kind of proud to have the like younger lads starting their journey at the same time. I'm sure he wishes he could have been out there. I'm sure he's hating social media right now with Messi being everywhere. But I think it's hard to say now, but I think he's glad to see his guys now starting their career, and hopefully he keeps playing, but I don't know.
I hope he comes back. That would be awesome.
Yeah.
Wait, so that
Let
was
him
his
get
last World Cup officially? Like, has that been confirmed? Like, that was his very last World Cup?
I don't think it's been confirmed unless I'm mistaken.
He's gonna pull a Tom Brady and say he's gonna retire and then come back. I'm calling it.
Actually, you think so?
Hmm.
I feel like now, since everybody's like kind of saying like the debate is over, like who's better, Messi or Ronaldo, since Messi
Yeah.
the World Cup. So do you think Ronaldo would just be like, nah, let me spin back?
I don't know. I hope so. I hope so.
I mean, Messi did kind of end the debate, in my opinion. But Mbappe on the come up, though.
Mbappe for sure. Like once they retired, I wonder who's going to be like his type of matchup because he's just an animal. He's a freak.
Yeah, he might be in his own realm now.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't know who's gonna compare to him.
That's what I'm saying. Because like you got Neymar and Ronaldo and Messi, who are like the classic like icons of soccer. But I mean, once they're gone, I think Mbappe is just gonna take it on his own because I don't really know anybody else that's gonna. Well, that guy who plays for Argentina, that young player, he scored in the semifinals, I think. Maybe he was really good. He's young. Who knows what the future
and the U.S. is also like the youngest team, so I feel like them at least getting a showing and making it at least a little further in the World Cup. I feel like they could definitely mature.
I think they were the youngest team too.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that makes sense, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, you could tell that they were young.
Yeah.
You could tell.
Yeah.
But yeah, dang. Okay, so what else? I mean, the penalty kicks, we already know how those went.
Yeah. The World Cup was just fun to watch, honestly.
Yeah,
what
that
are you
was
guys
really
looking forward to for the Women's World Cup?
Oh. I love seeing the matchups from like the icons. What is that one girl? She plays for Brazil, right? Marta. She's so good. Netherlands always give us a run for our money. This year though, I know U.S. women's national team. They like most of the time they come in and they just dominate throughout, and we obviously like all think they're gonna win. This year, I don't know.
I don't think so.
Haven't their games not gone too well?
No, we've been in a little bit of a rough patch right now.
What's their lineup looking like? Like, I'm wondering if they're still starting. Like, are they like incorporating the rookies now, or are we still relying on our?
It changes every time. It changes every time. I can't keep track of it. The last one that I watched, like the people that he was starting, it makes me so confused. I'm a big like U.S. women's national team fan. I feel like I watch them all the time. So the World Cup when they play, that's gonna be interesting.
Yeah.
Are you rooting for anybody in specific, Tori?
So I have a friend in the World Cup. Taylor Price. You know Carly Frillis?
Oh yeah.
She's on the Philippine national team, and they like made history this past like Asian Cup. I think they made it to semifinals or finals. But they qualified, and it's the first time the Philippines have ever qualified for the World Cup. So she's going to be going there and playing. So I'm 100% rooting for them.
And she's making history. She made history already.
Oh yeah, no, that's actually incredible. Yeah.
So they qualified for the first time in their country's history.
Oh
my gosh, that's awesome.
Yeah. Yeah, and she plays
like every game that they play is going to be breaking history. Every win, like first round, second round. Dang.
Yeah, so I'll be watching their games for sure.
Oh yeah, for sure.
Wait, okay, I'll be a Philippines fan.
We're all in this together now.
Perfect.
Not everybody's gonna want to watch the Philippines women's national team.
Everybody root for the Philippines.
Yes.
Go Carly.
All right, guys. So let's close this one out since Christmas is on Sunday, and this podcast will probably be out Thursday, I'm gonna guess, or Friday. So we're gonna talk about our Christmas plans. I want to know what you guys are doing, what you guys are looking forward to the most. And so, yeah, Taylor, how about you go first?
Christmas plans. Well, since that's on, so the roads are supposed to be icy tomorrow. So I guess we're really inside, until those get better. But yeah, I mean, Christmas, my grandma's here. My 8-year-old sister's here. My parents are here. The dogs. So just gonna be opening presents, spending time together. Probably gonna go sightsee and like see what else. Like go to the coast and see more things that are in Portland. But other than guys, this is nobody laugh. I'm gonna take my permit test January 3rd.
Oh my gosh. You're
Keep
so
in mind, she already almost got her permit, but she didn't realize when you go to get your permit, you need a form of identification that you're a human being.
I had an ID. They talking about social. I have to bring my social security card, my passport, like a piece of mail that shows my address. I'm like, y'all are doing too. I was like, I don't have my passport. I don't have my social security card.
Doesn't mess around.
Like, why would I have that? That's in my parents' safe. Like, I know the number. I could tell you it. I won't lie, but
that's so exciting. So you're finally gonna be able to drive. Are you nervous?
Not for the permit. Okay. I think for the driving, for sure nervous. So I've been practicing while I'm here. But apparently driving in Portland is easier. Like way easier. Like I think like for a permit, you have to get 30 out of 35 questions right in the DMV. But here you gotta get 28 out of 35.
Oh, there you go.
That and then I don't know
about the signs. I remember we had to get all the signs right.
Yeah, that's not. Didn't you say you have to get like the first 10 questions are all? Yeah. No, that's not the rule here. No parallel parking. That's a New York thing that I'm used to. So I don't have to parallel park here. So I guess come some podcasts later, we'll get an update on.
That's exciting.
That's so exciting. Oh my gosh.
But that's literally my entire break. Just gonna get ready for the spring. See what that has entail.
Yay.
Yeah. But Tori, Christmas, Nala?
Plans. Nala has not climbed the tree yet, which is exciting. We have, I think, the best tree we've ever had, in my opinion. I think everyone else agrees. We got it from Merrifield. We get a real tree every year. I don't know about what do you guys have, real or fake?
First time getting a real tree.
We used to be the family that would go out and get the real trees. We were committed to it, and then now we have a fake one. It's kind of sad. But speaking of your cat climbing the tree, I don't want to interrupt, but my puppy the other day, he just turned 1. I come downstairs, and he ate like 12 ornament balls off the tree. Chewed them all up.
Okay.
He's been fine, but I think he thinks that he thought they were toys, and he took them all off the tree and he ate them, and they were all over the floor. And I came down and I literally was like freaking out because he ate all of them. He's crazy. He is
12 ornaments.
Dog. Yes, probably more than 12. It was insane. It was insane. Yeah,
I want to know what the tree looks like now that 12 ornaments are missing from
the bottom. That he's like reaches just bare, and I was like, oh my gosh, I should have known because he comes to my door every morning because my mom leaves for work early, and my brother was at school, and he was at my door. He was like scratching at it, and I opened the door, and like there was just an ornament sitting in front of the door, and I was like, why is this here? And
he's like, Merry Christmas, Mom.
Walked downstairs, and I saw just a disaster.
Dang.
Wow.
Yeah. It was the worst.
I'm glad he's okay.
Yeah, he's
12 ornaments.
Got a small stomach.
I don't know if he ate them. He just chewed them all up and left them on the floor for me to clean up. So
even better.
Yep. He's the worst.
Yeah. So. Well, I am super excited. My dad makes a really, really, really good prime rib on Christmas, so that's what I'm excited for.
I'm gonna have to swing by.
Yeah.
Yum.
Fly on over.
Ribs for Christmas? What? Hell yeah. Okay.
Really.
Taylor.
So I'm actually excited. We're going up to Pennsylvania to stay at my grandma's house. My grandma, for those of you who don't know, are like my absolute best friend in the world. I love her more than anything. So I'm so happy we got to spend Christmas with her this year because the past couple years, she has really bad breathing problems and COVID was bad for her. So we couldn't really risk going to visit her. But she's actually really sick right now, which is sad. She's not doing so well. She has like a respiratory disease, but she's getting better day by day. So I'm hoping that on Christmas she's fine. We get to go visit her. So I'm really excited. Just spend
praying for her.
Family. Yeah, I really hope that she gets better. But yeah, I mean, that's honestly my plans. Just go there, open presents with the fam, and then we leave on the 28th for Miami for New Year's,
Ooh,
and
the
that'll be fun.
yams.
A little switch up from Pennsylvania to Miami. Pennsylvania is actually like freezing right now. Snow on the ground everywhere, so I'm not really excited for that.
That's a good Christmassy vibe, though.
It is,
Yeah,
right?
a white Christmas. I haven't had one in forever. I feel like.
I know.
Really?
Yeah.
Hmm.
Well, you're in New
You've
York.
had
Right?
one.
You probably get white Christmases a lot. Yeah,
Yeah. I don't know how Portland's supposed to work, but
I think you will.
no. It's supposed to snow. It's supposed to snow tomorrow. Actually, 90% chance of snow.
Yeah, I feel like it snows there a lot. My cousin lives in Oregon.
Ooh, sweet.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. Well,
Tori, are you gonna wrap us up?
Are we done? Oh, our songs. What have we been listening to?
Oh shucks.
oh, we're doing our songs. Yes, yes, yes.
I'm gonna go to my Apple Music replay right now.
So you were talking about Christmas music. Chris Brown, just try it. His
Okay.
Christmas album, really been vibing. Love it. So
I could totally do
give
it.
it a try if you like Chris Brown.
I will also second that. I haven't listened to the new one yet, but I'm so old school. Like, you know the movie This Christmas? Like with Chris Brown in it. Okay. Well, he made a song called This Christmas. And yeah, he has like it's a whole track. So if you ever need Christmas movies, This Christmas, and then their playlist, Chris Brown. Amazing. So yeah, I definitely say tap in.
That sounds good to me. Right now, I've just literally been listening to this SZA album on repeat. It's actually bad. My little brother has been telling me that I need to stop listening to it because it's all in the car with him.
We love SZA. We love SZA.
No, the album is great, and I guess like I have like a playlist called On Repeat on my Spotify actually, and it shows all the songs, and it's literally just SZA, Zach Bryan, Giveon, and Mac Miller. What a lineup!
That's a great lineup
right now. Yeah, that's what I'm listening to.
What are your top 2 songs on SZA's album?
Oh, don't be difficult.
Or 3 if it's too hard.
Obviously, Nobody But You is really good. Or Nobody Gets Me. Sorry, I always get that wrong. I like Blind.
That's a great song.
And Special or I Hate You. Those are my 2. My 4. Sorry, top 4, I guess. Yeah. Taylor, what are your top listens again?
Oh, my top artist, like, okay, straying away from like the Christmas. Rod Wave.
Okay.
Rod Wave, A Boogie, and Drake. Those are my top 3.
Oh, I want to check what mine were.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, Tori, what's your top 3?
I know I wasn't surprised. I'm gonna guess it's Ariana Grande, Doja Cat.
You've been on your girly music grind before we left.
I've been on my girly vibe for 2 months straight, and it's put me in the best mood possible.
You put me onto Doja Cat. Imagine that song.
Anything by her, I'm telling you, it's always so good. It literally will just like lift the side of your cheeks up.
That was a way to say it.
That was a way to say smile for real.
Well, I can't find my Spotify Wrapped, but I'm guessing those 2 are definitely at the top.
That's awesome. We love to hear it.
Nice. Oh my gosh, this was great. I like that we all get to catch up too. Like this was
I know
doing the podcast, but like nice to know that y'all break is going well.
Yeah. So good to catch up with you guys, for real. I miss everybody. It's so weird being home.
Yeah, it's so weird because I'm so used to collabing with other people's personalities and the way I talk. So now I'm just like here.
Yeah.
Yeah. No, I feel that.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, everybody. So that was it for our second podcast. Thank you guys so much for listening. As always, your support has meant a lot to us. We've been reading your comments, loving the feedback. Everything has been absolutely amazing. And yeah, so just follow up again. If you guys have any businesses that you own and you want to sponsor them on our podcast, or if you want to make a collab with us or anything, you can reach out to any of our personal Instagrams or social medias, Twitter, whatever works for you. And you can reach out to Sons of Saturday if you want to collab with us as well. We just really hope that you guys have an absolutely amazing holidays. great Christmas, a great New Year with your families. Hope you guys make a lot of memories, and I hope that we kept you company on this podcast today, and I hope you guys keep continuing to support us. It means the world to us. And yeah, just make sure to follow us on social media. But yeah, bye everybody.